with the permission of Hashem, in the last few weeks, we read in the Torah things incredible about the Jewish people in the desert. First, we saw when the Jewish people, we saw their greatness, we saw their behaviors in a very bad way. Their greatness was when they did the Korban Pesach, we did the sacrifice of Pesach. There were some people that they were impure. And the Torah said, if you are impure, you cannot do the sacrifice of Pesach. And because they were impure, they couldn't do it. So they went to Moshe Rabbeinu. And they said to Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe, it's not our fault if we were impure. Why we cannot do the sacrifice of Pesach? And Moshe Rabbeinu told them, I will ask Hashem. Whatever Hashem tell you to tell you, I tell you. So the question is, just think, if you didn't eat today, do tomorrow, you will think, well, because I didn't eat yesterday, so today I will eat 6 meals. No. Yesterday it was, you missed it, that's it. I mean, if you lost the lotto, you didn't want the lotto, you will say, well, but I wanted to win. Yeah, but you lost. Everybody wants to win, but you lost. That's it. Try next time. So I don't understand. Those people, they know that if they are impure, they cannot do the sacrifice of Pesach. So why they came to ask Moshe Rabbeinu? It's not our fault that we missed to do the Korban Pesach. So give us a chance. Moshe Rabbeinu, he said, well, I ask Hashem. So the question is, why Moshe Rabbeinu didn't tell them, well, you lost your time. That's it. I mean, Avaz Mano, Batel Kobano is Kriyat Shema. Kriyat Shema, there is a certain limit till when you can do Kriyat Shema. Shema Israel in the day. After, if you miss the limit, it's finished. You lost it. But Moshe Rabbeinu Alav Shalom, he said, they are right. They are right that they missed the Korban Pesach. Why? Because Korban Pesach connects you with Hashem. Korban Pesach, millions of Jews, they do it. So can you imagine millions of Jews do Korban Pesach, and some few people that they are impure, they cannot do it. That hurt them very, very. And besides, to be impure, it's not your fault if you are impure. Sometimes you can walk and there is a dead man, you touch him. It's not your fault. Okay, you are impure because you touch a dead man. But it's not your fault. So because of this, you miss the Korban Pesach. So Hashem, said, Hashem was very, very proud of them. Hashem said to Moshe Rabbeinu, tell them that because they were pure, so they can do it Pesach Sheni. That's what we do Pesach Sheni. We do Pesach Sheni for few people that they were impure, and that day did the sacrifice of Pesach, and they eat matzot, the maror. What do we learn from here? From here we learn when a Jew wants to be a better Jew, a good Jew, the best, he can. And if he don't want, he can. In this world, Hashem gives the Behera. He give you the choice. Choose your life. You want to be a good person? So Hashem will help you to be a good person. You want to be a bad person? So Hashem, He will let you to be a bad person. Everything is in the hand of Hashem. Refuah, health, salut, parnasa, to get married, to understand, wisdom, chokhmah, bina, da'at, everything, to find a house. Everything is in the hand of Hashem. But when it comes to Ad Shamayim, how to fear Hashem, it's not in his hand. It's up to you. Ad Shamayim, Hashem will not help you. Because this is your choice. And if you want to be Yirei Shamayim, so Hashem will help you. It's up to you. It's up to you. So now Hashem, He gives the right to those impure people. Because they were impure, they did not look to be, they didn't search to be impure. It happened that they were impure. And because of this, they were sad. We lose this sacrifice that connects us to Hashem, because the sacrifice of Pesach, it was all the Jewish people do it, every family. And there was a king, Agrippas, the king Agrippas. He wanted to know how many Jewish people did the sacrifice of Pesach. But we are not allowed to count. So we're not allowed to count. He told the Kohanim, count how many lamb you sacrifice, and tell me how much. But now, how can you count them? So in the evening, the Kohen came to the king. He said, well, today we did 1 million sacrifice. 1 million sacrifice. Now, each sacrifice is not for one person, it's for a family. Just imagine how many people were. And now, not only the family, all the poor people. So sometimes there can be 100 families on one sacrifice. Just imagine millions of Jewish people. And if you see the Gemara, if you see the Gemara Yoma, inside Beit HaMikdash was very small, very, very small. How can they get there? Millions of people. How? It was very small. The calculation is they cannot be there more than 50 people. But there were millions of people. How? This is the ness. So those Jewish people that they are impure, they wanted to have, they wanted to be among those people who saw all these miracles. And that gives them more emunah on Hashem. Can you imagine? There is 500,000 people in one small room. It's a miracle. I mean, you want to live that. They wanted to live this, but they can't. Why? Because they are impure. So Hashem told them, because you are so sad you did not do this mitzvah, so I will give you the opportunity. 1 month later, the 15th of Iyar, you can do Pesach Sheni. So from what I tell you here, you see that the Jewish people, they were so close to Hashem. And when the few impure people, when they did the Korban Pesach, it was a holiday for all the Jews. Not only for them. It was a holiday for all the Jews. All the Jews, they were celebrating the Pesach Sheni for the impure people. This is Ahdut. So this is the side of positive way of the Jewish people. Now, I do not understand. There is a negative way. In the Parsha of last week, we saw that the Jewish people, they came to Moshe Rabbeinu, they said to Moshe Rabbeinu, we're fed up to eat the man. We want bread, we want the meat, we want the melon, we want the onion, we want garlic. Just imagine, rabbis, people that they saw Hashem, they heard the voice of Hashem. Just imagine, they heard the voice of Hashem, Anochi Hashem Elokecha. During 1 year in the desert, in the Egypt, they saw the 10 plagues that Hashem gave to the Egyptians. During 1 year in the desert, they didn't need nothing. They had water, they had food, and all the taste of the food that they wanted, they could find it in the man. So I don't understand. Why this revolution? Just imagine big tzaddikim, big rabbis crying. Why you cry? We want food. And beside this, the food was in the man. You know why Hashem, He gives them the man from the Shamayim? Because the man that they used to eat, they didn't need after to go to the toilet. Why? So that the Jewish people, they can have all the time to study Torah. Hashem, He provides them food, water, protection with the Anene Kavod. So that the Jewish people, they have nothing to do. Just enjoying learning Torah. And do chesed. Now maybe you will ask me, what kind of chesed they did in the desert? Everybody had everything. So what kind of chesed? What kind of chesed? The chesed was that, like my wife, she will invite your wife. I would like to come to my house. I have a good dinner for you. What? It's the same dinner, the man. So what? But each family, they had a type how to cook. So the woman, she would think, I want this with this ingredient. You know, while she was thinking, she prepared the food. And that food, she will serve to the guest. Wow! You know, a lot of times you go to restaurants, it's not the same food. I mean, it's the same steak, but it has each one has some flavor what it did. You know, like the children of Shabbat, the food of Shabbat. Each one has his own way of cooking the fish. You know, so that was the chesed. Or sometimes just they did chesed by. Can I borrow from you this? Even if she had it, but it's just to invent, to create some kind of chesed. So all the Jews were happy. They were all one family, and I don't understand why this revolution for the man. They said, no, we are fed up. We see all the time the same couscous. We want to see the meat. Okay, when we eat it, it changes the flavor. Whatever I want, I get. But with usually people, this is the truth. So imagine every day I bring you a steak with potatoes. Even if the flavor is different. But a steak is a steak. You want to change. This is the normal. I mean, a lot of times, they bring you, they serve me fish. I eat fish. So every time, sometimes I'm fed up. But even that the fish is not the same like yesterday. He said it was grilled, today is cooked medium, and after it was cooked, you know, well done, not done. Anyway, but it's the fish. So the Bnei Israel, for them, it was were sick of, fed up to eat the man. Even that the man, he had all kind of flavors, even because but look, Hashem, He wanted to avoid you not to cook. So you can, when you see the negative way, see the positive way. The positive way, you don't need to go to the toilet. You will not smell bad. You have a good breath. You don't have a bad breath. Because of the man cleaned the body. You didn't need deodorant. You didn't need nothing. So this is my question. On one hand, we saw the tzaddikim of the Tmeim, the impure people, that because they missed not to do Korban Pesach, they were very sad. And until Hashem, He gives them a reward, that He gives them a chance to do Pesach again, Pesach Sheni. But after we see the negative way of the Jewish people fighting for the man, and then it was a terrible. I couldn't understand all this. For me, it's something that it's a negative way, and Hashem was very angry against them. So how you and then I would like as well to tell you. Then the parasha of last week again, we talk about the Meraglim, we talk about the spy that Moshe Rabbeinu sent to spy Israel. They were all tzaddikim, and when they came back with Lashon Hara. I mean, and they were, you know what Arizal said? Arizal said that all those 12 spies, Hashem give them an extra neshama to each one. Like Shevet Reuven, Hashem he give to Shevet Reuven himself. The neshama of Reuven. That's to help him to be strong. I mean, with all this, they came with Lashon Hara. How we understand this? On one hand, they heard the voice of Hashem, and on the other hand, they want to go back to Egypt. They forgot all the miracles that they saw in Egypt. And they forgot that Hashem told them, this is the last time you see Egypt. You will never go back again. And now they want to go back again. What a revolution. How you understand this? How you understand this? Bemet, Bemet, it's incredible. It's impossible to believe. And the man, all kind of tested was in the man. So they were fed up of this man. How you believe this? My friend, I want to tell you something. This is something that you will never forget. And Baruch Hashem, that Hashem made me to understand this. Why Hashem give us the obligation to study Torah? What it is the reason? That Hashem gave us the obligation to study Torah. You see how many books here? Each book is different. There's millions of books of Torah. Each one is different. I have a few thousand books. Each one is different. The more you study Torah, the more you discover Hashem. Torah, the more you study Torah, you see new things in the Torah. It's not the same. Every year we read the same parasha, and every year we understand the parasha in another way. I could write a book or 2 books every week about the parasha of the week, but it's impossible. I give every week 20 lectures. 20 lectures is a book that you can write in a week. The more you study Torah, you see that what you're reading, it's new. Everything is new. And I think all the positive way on a Jew when he studies Torah with amal, with effort. So when he understands Hashem, it's like in the night you are tired, you go to sleep, the morning you wake up, you are a new man. You are a new man. Yes, and you know, you feel good. Well, this is the Torah. The Torah is the same. The more you study Torah, you find in the Torah new strength. And I think that was the problem. The problem with the Jewish people, Hashem gave them the man. But they were looking on the man of the test. They didn't eat the test of the man. Now, it's like I give you a bill, I give you one bill of $100. It's a real one. Well, look, I show you, this is 200 shekel. This is a real 200 shekel. It's not false. But I can print a false one. And it look the same. It look exactly the same. Until you will not know who's the real, who's the false. The Jewish people, they got the man from the Shamayim. Hashem told them, you can eat the man as it is, if the angels eat it, or if you want other taste, you can have other taste. And I think this is the problem. Because they were looking for other taste, that's what made them to do the revolution. Because they eat the real man, but not the original man that it came from the Shamayim. They put a change on it. Hashem, he didn't forbidden them. He told you can do it. But if they were clever, they should leave only the man, the original man, without searching, looking for other taste. And because he did that, so it was like a contradiction. On one hand, they eat the man, like angels, like malachim, but on the other hand, they change the taste, the flavor. The malachim, they don't do that. The malachim, they eat the man as it is. It's like I give you a glass of water, you are thirsty, I give you a glass of water, or I can put a little bit of mint to give taste to the water. So you drink water with the mint, but it's not water, it's the mint. So that was the problem of the Jewish people. And because of this, unfortunately, they went, from time to time, they were bad. My friend, when you think about the Jewish people, the 12 spies that they went to Eretz Israel, I had one question. What did they eat in Eretz Israel? Did they eat the food of Eretz Israel? I mean, they went for 40 days, yes or not? They went for 40 days. So 40 days, you have to take with you a lot of food. But what kind of food? What did they eat? You never thought about this question. What did they eat? Did they eat the food of Eretz Israel? Or what did they eat? So I was thinking that I'm sure that they were eating the food of Eretz Israel. And then they started to talk. Wow, it's better, huh? It's better than the man. The only two people that even if they had to eat, now I don't know, maybe I should be sent them the man, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they eat the food of Eretz Israel, but the problem was that they made a comparison. Wow, what kind of food? This is the food. And because of this, it's like they curse the man. By cursing the man, man is 90. Mem, it's 40. Nun, it's 50. 90. With the Kolel, it's 91. 91 is the name of, it's two names of God. Adoshem, Yud Kevavke. That means on the man you have been eating the name of Hashem. So it's incredible. It's like Sukkah. Sukkah, it's as well 90. That's why the Sukkah is holy. Because Hashem is inside the Sukkah. So can you imagine? The Bnei Israel, those 12 spies, Yehoshua ben Nun was a tzaddik. He didn't talk bad about the man. He didn't talk bad about nobody. He had a protection from Moshe Rabbeinu. Caleb ben Yefuneh as well. You used to ask him, hey Caleb, what do you think about this food? Look the food that we eat in the desert. And of course, he told them, no. Even the food in the desert, any taste you want on it, you get it. Nah, but this is the real one. This is that's mean, it's like they've been talking bad about Hashem. Talking bad about the man. So you see, a man, it's up to him to be positive, it's up to him to be negative. Instead of looking the real things about the man, about all the kindness that Hashem give them, they saw the opposite. Instead of looking in Israel, the 12 spies, the bad things that, Baruch Hashem, we don't need to eat this food. We have the best food of the food. We don't need that. And they started to make comparison, started to talk bad. So you see, a man, he has the choice to be good, he has the choice to be bad. My friend, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us the Torah. Through the Torah, you see your life new every time. But when you stop by being connected to the Torah, so you will be in the hand of the Yetzirah. The Yetzirah will tell you what to do, what not to do. Unfortunately, maybe those 12 tribes, beside Yehoshua ben Nun, that he was a student of Moshe Rabbeinu, and Caleb ben Yefuneh, that he was the husband of Miriam and Neviah, the rest, they were talking, they were chatting, talking, silly things. Look at this, look at this. They did not study Torah while they were 40 days in Israel. There's a lot of halachot that they're connecting, like Shemitah. There's a lot of halachot that you cannot do them in Buenos Aires. You cannot do them nowhere in the world, only in Israel. So at least by walking in Eretz Israel, they could talk about that, but they talk about silly things. So when they went tzaddikim. But when they come back Rishaim. But the Gemara said, even when they went, they were Rishaim. So the question is, but the Torah said that when they went, they were tzaddikim. How can you say, when they went, they were Rishaim, when they came Rishaim? Okay, when they came Rishaim, but when they went tzaddikim. The answer is, we go after the last position where they were. They went tzaddikim, okay. When they come back, they're supposed to be 10 times more tzaddikim than before. And they came Rishaim. So that means that they went to be Rasha. Understand? This is more or less, sometimes this is more or less what I understand. Every morning, Baruch Hashem, I wake up. For me, every morning is a new day. It's a new day. And the man, even that the man every morning it was the same, but Baruch Hashem, it's a new day because the man, after a few hours, he disappeared. And now Baruch Hashem is here. So the man that he came every morning, and on Shabbat, on Friday, he came twice for 2 persons, because the man will not come on Shabbat. So the Jewish people should be happy for this, that Hashem renew the food that He gives them. And they started to talk bad about it. And the Parashat Be'alotcha is something incredible. Hashem said to Aaron, when you light the candle, look at the candle with your eyes. And the Torah said, Vayasken Aaron. And Aaron, he did what Hashem told him. All rabbis, the Sfat Emet, a lot of rabbis, they asked one question. They said, when the Torah give a compliment to Aaron, that Aaron he did what Hashem told him to do. Of course he will do. I mean, how can you imagine that Aaron will not do what Hashem told him to do? The answer is, the Satan said something very nice. He said, because usually, for the first time, when you buy a house, you come to the house, you are excited. But after that's it. Not every time you are excited. Once, when you buy a present for your wife, and you give it to your wife, when your wife, she receives it, she's excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But after that day, that's it. I mean, she will not be excited every day. No. Only once. So, Aaron HaKohen, the first time that he lighted the menorah, he was very excited. But Aaron HaKohen, he was not excited only for the first time. Every day he was excited. Every day it was like a new mitzvah that he was doing. And this is something incredible. Instead of the Bnei Israel, now let's go back what I said before. Instead of Bnei Israel to be excited every morning that they saw the man, like it's like the first time that they receive it, they started to talk bad about it. And now we understand why the Torah mentioned this. And of course, the Parsha Be'alotcha, we see when Miriam spoke bad about Moshe Rabbeinu. Usually, she said nothing bad to Moshe. She only said why he divorced his wife. We didn't divorce our wife. So, because of that. So the question is, why Miriam? It's not her business. Why she talk like that? The answer is, because it's her brother. She says all the time. She should see on her brother, not like a brother, as a leader. But she saw him like a brother. She compare herself to him. But why? Because she sees him every time. So the only way that you will see things differently through the Torah. When you study the Torah gives you and always a new way how to get closer to Hashem. So Be'ez Hashem, I pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu to give you bracha v'atzlacha, bריאות, פרנסה טובה,